only thing I can make sure now is that it stays fucking plugged in.
Your operating system's too old. We're on Google. Issues. FaceTime or what? Your Bluetooth on too.
Good evening. We're not Joy Vision. This is Nuke Hoax Live. Our guest today needs no introduction, but we shall give him one anyway. This is Dolan, who was famously appeared in the Standard and Sasquatch segment of Nuke Hoax, a documentary, 2024. The song Standard was written about his endeavors, and we are here today to talk with the people of the world, as Manny Grossman would say. Okay, that's plugged in. Where's our little thing right here?
Who the fuck's Manny Grossman?
Manny Grossman. He says he's a Son of Sam researcher, and he says people of the so-called world, which is a spoof of David Berkowitz. Not really sure where we're gonna start, but let's bring this up more. Start. Okay. Do you have any messages for the people of the so-called world here?
It's all going to shit.
We were on our way here to do the show, and there are two duplicate street addresses for the same location. When we arrived at this location where you're seeing us now, the address had changed. We're not sure how, but we were fortunately able to make entry using a homemade wooden ladder.
Like Hauptman?
Yeah.
He wasn't even there though.
He wasn't there.
He wasn't there.
Okay. So I wonder if the chat shows up.
Neither was I.
I know, we weren't even born yet. Man, how do we seem like a pretentious, like, you remember that Shia LaBeouf podcast where they're like, yeah, bro, I was fucking taking my dad to the weed clinic, bro, sober. He's just like going on and on. This is true crime outside.
Shia LaBeouf had been clean for years, so
yeah.
good for him.
He had a very famous breakdown on Twitter where he said, I am not even famous anymore. I am not even famous anymore, like 100,000 times on it. And we were like favoriting and retweeting his stuff. He's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then
I wonder what he's doing these days.
He's working a strong program of recovery. So let's get, now, we're going to say some controversial things. Who do you think the Zodiac Killer was?
Arthur Lee Allen.
Oh man, the chat's going to freak out on you.
I don't give a fuck. They obviously don't know what they're doing if they don't know that already.
So you listen to that, folks.
A lot of people are fucking retarded or blind, but that's the media and social media for you.
Well, there is a movement called Kill All Humans that was started. In Aliso Viejo, you can still walk around and see the inscriptions on various surfaces.
That was one of them, and then it's Twisted World, and then Clear.
That's new too, Twisted World, isn't it?
I started that just before I had my son, like 4 years ago.
What the fuck? I've only seen it recently.
Some of it's old. Some of it's really old.
Whoa, what the fuck?
You can still find Plur like in the bathrooms in the bike trail.
Yeah, I've seen Plur. I'm trying to think where I saw Plur recently.
That started when I first got out here, like almost 10 years ago now.
That's a rave culture thing?
Yeah. Peace, love, unity, and respect.
So, if we do eventually have some kind of a chat or viewership, either way, this live stream will go to a pre-recorded show upon which we both appear. But if we do have any people signing in on the chat, we are open for viewership interaction. Let's see, where have we traveled? What's your message for the people of this world?
Get off social media and start interacting with humans face to face and stop the fucking. I think internet and cell phones are probably the two worst inventions of all times, even above drugs, in my opinion.
Yeah, but I like the communication that's opened up. Like, imagine trying to get here without GPS or like trying to coordinate something.
You'd already know where you were going, I'm sure.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't even like remember where they're going most of the time because they just rely on their fucking phones.
Yeah, that's true. So you guys need to start getting your Thomas guides, throw your phones in a fucking jacuzzi, light them on fire.
I think the world would be a more peaceful place if that happened too. a lot of people are scared. Like, who goes trick-or-treating anymore?
I know, I
Who allows
haven't
their
seen
kids
one
doing that?
trick-or-treater.
Nobody fucking decorates for Halloween or Christmas anymore.
Yeah. There is a breakdown of real human social interaction we are witnessing. For Halloween, I'm going to be Earons. So I have a homemade ski mask, shoelaces. They're going to be tied on my belt loop.
Fuck yeah.
And a fucking blue windbreaker. And I'm going to go to the center dressed as the Earons.
Maybe I'll make a wooden ladder and be Helpman.
Mm-hmm. You fucking should. Even just make it out of cardboard and carry it in like this in the group.
Fuck yeah.
And they'll be like, what is that? And this is my 3-piece homemade wooden ladder.
I made out of my attic parts.
I wonder if we can if we have research here that as we're going. Oh no. There was an officer who, did you know about this? That when so Halpin was caught arrested, and they had the guy who was the main investigator for the Lindbergh kidnapping move into his house where he lived in the Bronx.
What?
And that's the guy that discovered the pieces of the wooden attic missing.
So that's where they got that idea from?
So crazy. Like, okay, it would be like if you fucking...
Maybe he was just trying to, like, make it finished, like a finished attic, instead of having it all torn down so we could actually use it. Not trying to build a fucking ladder out of it. Like, who does that?
Takes apart their own house to build a ladder.
You could just go to the store and buy one. I'm sure you had the money.
I know. It doesn't even make any sense. And you, in what world do you have the chief investigator for a homicide investigation move into the house of the prime suspect?
Imagine if they did that with the Ed Gein investigation.
Yeah, it'd be crazy. Well, here's my lampshades. This was my uncle.
Oh my god.
How do you give these people a message of experience, strength, and hope that isn't about climbing into aviators' houses?
Experience, strength, and hope.
Oh, good, a vape.
Like, do you want me to explain my life story or what?
Yeah, do it. Give them everything that you want to talk about. You're out.
This is gonna take forever, you know.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm always doing like 2-hour streams.
So at 12 years old, I started using ecstasy and throwing raves in abandoned warehouses in Detroit. I was doing that for a long time, and then I moved into pills at 14, and I got kicked out of my mom's house around that same time, and I got married, because mom forced me to get married so she could kick me out of the house illegally.
At 14?
14 years old.
Whoa.
And
I
then
didn't know you could do that.
I got divorced, or we split up, not legally divorced, within like 2 or 3 months after that, and I moved into my friend Mike's house. Started doing coke real hard. Moved from his plug couldn't get coke and Molly at the time, so he decided to get heroin. He started shooting heroin. I did that for years and years and years, bouncing from couch to couch. Got a job and moved in with my first kid's mom at 18. Started working for her dad installing carpet. Was doing good for years. Me and her kind of split up for a few months, and then I got my apartment. Me and her got back together. This whole time I'm still using. I didn't start getting clean willingly until this year, February 27th, when I stopped doing all drugs completely.
That's intense.
I was running trap houses in Detroit where you could go there without even calling them, and there was always somebody there that would sell you drugs no matter what. I did that for 3 or 4 years. Stopped doing that, moved to Arizona, Texas, Nevada. Like, I don't want to go into all this because I'll be on here for days and days and days and days. Moved out here in 2017 with my ex. Became homeless. That wasn't our intention. We were promised to have a place to stay and I would have a job when we moved out here. When we got out here, found out that this person was living behind a Target homeless, and all that was lies. I don't know why he did that.
It's the same thing that happened to Brittany.
You know who that person was, Curtis.
Yeah. Wow.
I should have stopped talking to him after that, but I didn't. Still was friends with him. Started doing meth at that point. So did my ex.
You started meth in 2017?
My ex did, but I've been doing meth off and on since I was 21. Her addiction got really bad. I don't know why addiction to meth gets females worse than it does for men, but
yeah,
that's what my experience is. Like, way worse. Most men can give it up really easy. Females, for some reason, they just can't.
Or like function with like a shred of sanity on it, but and not like switch personalities and scream it.
It also brings out their personality, like their worst personality traits too, more than it does men.
That's so weird.
I want to do a study and see if we can figure out why that is.
Yeah.
But from that moment on, I didn't have money, so I started stealing from stores, and I got really fucking good at it.
Really good at that, yeah.
Really good. I don't know anybody else that can go into a Guitar Center and get a Les Paul out of every Guitar Center in Orange County with not a fucking problem. Not a problem.
That's crazy.
75-inch screen TVs from Walmart, fucking anything. I was doing real good. My ex got pregnant in 2021 when we had Mike.
Oh, yeah. Was it? Yeah, sounds right.
From like the moment we moved out here in 2017, she started cheating on me with anybody we knew, and I was blind to it for a while.
Good old man thing.
I would get arrested, come out, all my shit would be gone. I'd have to go fucking hunt her down. Where the fuck she is, God only knows. It'd take days sometimes. She would be with some other dude, and then they would tell me that they hooked up. She would deny it. I'd believe her for whatever fucking reason. I really don't want to get into this.
Yeah. Skip ahead.
But yeah, I finally got clean for the first time willingly on February 27th of this year.
That's great. That's the same day we left Walnut.
Is it really?
Yeah, February 27th.
That's the day I went into treatment center.
Dude, that's like fucking quantum entanglement. Like, because of our souls being intertwined by this journey that we've been on, like, the same time that you go into treatment is the exact day that we leave. That's really weird.
I met him within the first month of me being out here from Michigan.
Fuck, that's weird.
And he's always been there for me.
Must have been November of 17.
He's the only person I could trust with anything. Like, no question asked. He's the only reason I'm here, and I'm clean too, by the way. I wouldn't know about any of this if it wasn't for him.
Well, I trusted Joe. I like Joe.
Joe, yeah, of course. Joe passed away.
Yeah, the good ones always die, you guys. In that realm, like, when people are good and they have a spirit and they fucking have morals and everything, those are the ones that always die first.
Died of a stroke.
Yeah, it's crazy. And we actually saw him, like, right the same, was it day before?
We seen him on a Friday and he died on a Saturday.
Fuck, that's crazy.
He passed away end of June. His birthday was July 14th.
Yeah, that was one day before.
He was about to turn 63. He's the only person that would help me on the streets. He had a place to stay. He had a car. He drove us when my ex was in labor with our daughter. He drove us to the hospital.
Fuck.
He's an amazing person. But yeah, like, I was sick of it. Been arrested 25 times in Orange County. Been arrested in Michigan 3 different times.
Was it 25? You counted it?
Yeah, they told me the last time I was there.
Fuck.
Possessions. I was on informal probation for like 3 years, and I've been stopped like 3 times in one day just walking down the fucking street.
Oh, Hawkins, you on probation or parole? Fucking people.
They all knew my last name. They didn't even
Yeah.
have to fucking ask me anymore.
Yeah. All right, my hands behind, like you're praying.
It gets old after a while. It's really old and tiring.
So someone did. Who is here? Identify yourself. Then, like, it's hard to figure out how to transition that into the journey of experience, strength, and hope from coming out of this.
What do you mean?
But you have more sober time than me, so you can think probably a lot more coherently.
Strength, experience, strength, and hope. It gets tiring after a while, number one. Number two, it's not that hard. I mean, when you're down in that low, the only thing you can do is go up from there. Get sick and tired of losing everything. Get sick and tired of having to replace it all. Get sick and tired of not having people around me, chasing the fucking drugs all the time. And then you move up from there. I mean, I guess number one, you gotta get tired of what you're doing.
No.
Number two, anyway, if you can do that all day, every day, there's no way you can't get clean. It's so much easier. This is way, I don't care what anybody says. This is by far easier than the life I had before this.
Yeah. And we have to consider that you don't always have drugs. So you can be...
I always had it.
Sometimes we'd be out, and then we would be... Yeah, I remember you would be coming down for like 2 or 3 days and still be moving spots. And still be like carrying gear all over the place. I'm like, how the fuck do you do that? And... your brain is going to remember those times that things were like, oh, it was easy, I had all the drugs and everything. But then there's the times of like that come down and the exhaustion. He's walked from, where's Theo Lacey? It's in Santa Ana?
City of Orange.
Okay, City of Orange to Aliso Viejo, California, overnight.
Multiple times.
And probably coming down at that point. I think, right? How long were you in jail? Like, for a couple days?
One time I was in jail for 2 weeks, and then the other 2 times I was in there for like 3 days.
Those ones are harder. Because that you're fucking coming down and you have to fucking walk, 25 miles.
Oh, I've only ever done it sober once. I'd get drugs before I'd start walking, that's for sure. It's easier to find there than it is out there. And it's cheaper.
Cheapers, creepers.
But, and it's not just a lifestyle, it's the people that were surrounding me. You get sick and tired of getting fucked over, everything's stolen from you, people screwing your chick, getting arrested by the cops, getting harassed, having to move spots, having to replace the shit. It wasn't even cool at the time. I remember when I first moved out here, I was alright with it for the first 2 or 3 years, and then it gets tiring.
Yeah, even that's a long time to be.
It gets tiring. And then it takes a toll on your body.
I'm surprised you never had heart attacks or anything like that. Like, from just being, like, walking around all the time, shooting up and all this stuff. Like, how the fuck are you alive? It's crazy.
I'm only 36, bro.
Yeah.
There's people out there doing it way longer than I was.
I must have a heart condition then, because that's weird.
You probably do.
Yeah.
And I miss working, I miss having money, I miss not having to worry about shit, I miss having a job, all this shit. I still to this day have only owned one car and I'm 36. I've never had my license.
Me neither. And
it's nice going to sleep, not having to worry about all that shit. Being able to lay your head down and know that you're not going to be woken up by the cops.
yeah.
Know that none of your shit's going to come up missing. Not have to worry about anybody screwing your chick at the time. You know what I mean? All these
Dark things, just demonic bullshit.
all that shit's gone on in my life. I can breathe.
That's cool.
All I can go is up.
Are you working the program with sponsor and everything?
No, not yet.
Okay. So you hear that, people? I mean,
Not yet. Yet.
and send your applications here, everybody. And we would hang out at this place, Safety Pin, on the side of the 73 toll road. It's been completely torn up by Sasquatches. Things scattered all over the place. See the end of the Nuke Hoax documentary. And you know what's really cool about that is that in that documentary, we can see you at that time. Of all that stuff, the backpack on with the keychains hanging off of it and everything, like over there, and it's sure and representation of the time period that you're referring to with people.
Yeah.
During that,
I was coming down.
Yeah.
I was sick and coming down.
Eventually, you're always sick. Like,
I never really, I mean,
holy somebody.
since I started doing heroin, I think I've only been sick like 3 or 4 times really bad. When I say I was good at doing what I did, I was fucking good at it. There's not a whole lot of people that are heroin addicts that can say that.
Yeah.
Unless they're selling, which obviously.
But even you high, your body's not healthy.
No, of course not. Of course not. I still have Hep C. I've repeatedly asked my fucking doctor if they could give me the treatment for it, but I guess the place I used to go to get it is no longer accepting Blue Shield.
What the hell?
She told me about it, some kind of clinic or whatever that I need. I forget the name of it though.
Yeah, you probably go to the new one or something.
But that's the other thing. I haven't seen my primary care doctor since I was 14 years old.
Fuck.
You know what I mean? I haven't seen a dentist since I've never had a cavity, but I haven't seen a dentist since I was 12. Never had a cavity. Can you believe that shit? How many cavities you had?
All the wisdom teeth were decaying when they pulled them all out. They pulled all 4 out. And I think there's a cavity somewhere up here, but it doesn't bother me. And then, yeah, that's kind of, well, because you're not human, so.
Yeah, I'm not human. I'm an alien, you guys. I have to
Definitely.
mention that.
Yeah.
I have way too much empathy and all that to be a fucking human. Who else do you know that could run over a baby snake with their bike and then start crying immediately after because they killed a baby snake?
Yeah. That's the heroin. Was it a rattlesnake?
I don't know. I doubt it. I don't know though. I didn't want to look.
I'm surprised it died. Aren't they squishy?
It's like that big.
Poor little snake.
I don't identify with the human race.
I don't know what got Shia LaBeouf and that guy from Walking Dead started on their tirades. They were really going. They were like, "Oh, bro,
I'm also not used to doing this. I normally don't like. You're the only second person that I've let get me on camera or film since I was in middle school.
No.
And then my ID, obviously, because I don't like being on film and pictures taken.
Are you worried that you'll look like the sketch and someone will be
No.
like, "That's him"? I recognize.
Oh, did I tell you that?
Lots
Okay,
of
here's a fucking fucked up story, and this goes right into your dimensional shift.
Okay.
So I'm going to pick up heroin off of Garden Grove and Harbor Boulevard, like within the last year. I get off at my stop. I get off, and I'm looking at where I pick up at an AMCO, and there's a cop car parked there, and he's like out of his car, looking around, looking like he's looking for something. So I go into the parking lot. He stops me. He's like, "When's the last time you've been into a Staples?" I'm like, "Oh, fuck." And then I start remembering. I'm like, I don't go to this area to pick like boost or anything, so it can't be me. He's like, "I've been doing an investigation for the last 3 years. Can you tell me who this is?" He showed me a picture. The guy is identical to me.
That's so weird.
He's facing he's spitting image.
What the
spitting fucking
fuck?
image.
That's so weird.
Spitting image. The only difference is this arm was sleeved up.
Whoa.
I mean, same height, like look exactly like me.
That's so weird.
And then I was like, "Yeah, it kind of looks like me. I can see why you say that, but you're missing one thing, officer. Look at his arm and look at mine." He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And he just got in his car and drove off.
We could use that to thwart witness identification. You could put a fake tattoo on and then do a crime and then take it off and say, "Well, this guy's got a tattoo."
Isn't that crazy though?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
same location I'm getting ready to pick up at, and he is looking for somebody that's identical to me at that gas station.
Who does the same kind of crime?
Yeah.
Like retail theft. Wonder who he was.
I don't know. And they recognize me, and that obviously would be why.
Whoa. So if you're out there and you look exactly like him, tell us who you are. Did he have facial hair at the time?
He's identical, dude. He
What
looks like
the
spitting
fuck,
fucking image.
dude?
Identical, dude. Fucking identical.
I wish we had access to that photo. It'd be so cool to like pull it up. Be like, Joe Rogan, Jamie, pull that up.
But his boosting style was like mine. He'd walk into Staples, get a whole bunch of shit, and just walk out the front door.
Why Staples? What's there to even steal?
Who knows?
Paper and pens.
Well, they sell laundry detergent, and a lot of people were doing the pods for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
And nobody thinks that they can get that shit from Staples, but yeah, they sell it.
What the heck? Crimes that...
I need a cigarette.
That's nice. We have cigarettes on.
What you should do is you should start ask your followers for a list of questions you should ask.
I know, it'd be smart, yeah. It'd be good. Really. Oh, yeah, that thing. Yeah, he's trying to get me to stop biting and picking up my nails, but I've been doing that since I was 6 years old. So,
I thought when you
a
got
rough
sober
battle.
you'd stop doing it, but you
no,
don't.
hell no. I've been doing that.
This is your show, bro. You gotta.
I know,
guide it.
It's hard to guide it because, like, I think tell tales of like things like that, and then we elaborate on them, because I'm not a good interviewer. I always hand over my shows, like you guys, if anyone sees this, you guys have seen how, like, when Ned DeHaan came on, I just turn over the show to the guest. But Shia LaBeouf makes it look easy, guys. He was just on one. It was going and going.
So did Brandon Novak. But Brandon Novak's like really full of himself.
I think I've seen that, and he has that kind of goofy looking smile where he's like, "Burr."
Yeah. And then he pauses for like 5 minutes before he says anything. Looks down and pauses, then he starts speaking like, what are you looking at? Who are you talking to in your head, dude? Are you schizo?
He could be, yeah. Fuck, I don't know. What direction, like, it's almost like we should just tell them war stories. We don't get a lot of chances to tell war stories, guys, because we're in a community of recovery where, like, it's not acceptable to, they'll just be like, oh yeah, see, it's impossible.
Tell more stories. Okay.
Yeah, tell us the war stories, and then we'll just go from there.
Which one?
I don't know.
Okay, so I'll tell you about Sam.
Okay. Oh yeah, do that, because you were saying you were going to tell me that anyway.
Okay, so I think it was like the Halloween before Joe died, we were in Spirit Halloween, and I got a stuffed plushie of Sam from Trick or Treat, the movie Trick or Treat.
Mm-hmm.
And I had that thing, took that thing everywhere with me. I put it in my backpack, go do my missions, sleep next to him with him in my bed. I took him everywhere, everywhere. And then when I went to rehab, I went to jail before I went to rehab the first time in February. And Jessica got Sam. She held on to him for me. And then when I AMA'd in May, I got him back. And then when I got arrested in July 15th, she got him again because I got arrested from the plaza in Aliso Viejo Town Center.
Yeah.
Didn't have anything on me. She got him again. She was supposed to be holding on to him and giving him back to me. Last week I found out she destroyed him.
What the fuck?
Which is why I cut off all communications with him. Okay. My mom ordered me a new one.
Nice. Is that the one that you took the picture of?
Yeah.
You just
my
sent her?
therapy item.
No.
Because I have a lot of trauma from when I was a kid, and it kind of helps ground me.
Nice.
You know?
And the trauma aspect of like what leads people into this life of drugs and running around is very powerful.
Yeah.
And have you identified all those traumas with people, or do you not know some of them?
There's a lot of them I don't remember.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
I have a lot of abandonment issues. When I was 7 years old, my mom got hit by a car and was she fell into a coma for a while.
Whoa.
We were living with my mom, me and my little sister, Beth. She's 2 years younger than me, so she was 5 at the time. We were living with my mom and my older sister, Robin, at the time. When my mom got hit by the car, Robin was like 14, 15 at the time. She took care of us for like a week, but when you're that age, you can't take care of 2 kids when you're supposed to be going to school.
Yeah.
So she took us to our dad's house, who was living with my grandma at the time, and he was actually living on the same block as us, like 5 houses down or some shit.
Yeah.
And when I moved in with my dad started telling me and my little sister that my mom did not get hit by a car. She moved to Texas and eloped with this guy named Chuck, which is my older sister Robin's dad.
So she was never hit by a car?
No, she was.
Oh,
but
okay.
my dad and my grandma was telling me and my little sister that she wasn't. She moved to Texas to get married to this guy.
What the
and
fuck?
that she didn't love us anymore. She didn't want nothing to do with us.
Whoa.
And that it was all a lie. And then my mom lost her house because she couldn't make the house payment because she was in a coma. And when she came out of the coma, she had nowhere to go. And she was trying to sue this guy that hit her when she was on the bike for a lawsuit. She had nowhere to go, so we still living with my dad. We had no communication with my mom at this point because my dad would not allow it for some reason.
Whoa.
2 years later, she finally got the settlement, and we started seeing her again. My dad started letting us talk to her, and then my mom took us from my dad. And then my mom started saying the same thing about my dad and my grandma, that they didn't love us, they didn't want anything to do with us. And my mom met this guy named John. They got married when I was 12 years old. We moved out to this city called White Lake, Michigan. And this guy was very abusive. He was a closet drinker. He was very emotionally and physically abusive to both me and my little sister and my mother. When I got kicked out of my mom's house at the time, it was for my stepdad throwing my mom down a flight of stairs in a drunken rage, and I pulled a knife out on him and pulled it to his throat and said, "You ever touch my mom again, I'm gonna fucking kill you."
Yeah.
So that's why it was, like, kicked out.
That's crazy.
I have a lot of trauma. A lot of fucking trauma. And I'm probably really minimizing it at this point because I don't really like talking about it, but I want to share my strength and help people.
And you can see, like people can and do recover from these intense traumas, and it's gonna make your ability to help others and to carry that strength through. Like, there's a reason for everything, and someday you're gonna be able to utilize all that fucking crap that happened to be a very strong messenger to as many people as possible.
That's what I want to do.
And that's our only hope in humanity, you guys, is to fucking try to build this world up, because there's too much crap. These people can't even build a fucking city street. They have the same house is over there. They can't even build a city street. There's too much crap going on.
I want to help people. I want to help people a lot. And it's amazing. Like, I don't know. The reason I call myself an alien and I don't identify as human is because the shit that I've been through, a lot of people that have been through that wouldn't want to help people.
Yeah, they want to kill and fucking destroy and break shit.
Yeah. And I'm the complete opposite of that.
Don't do that.
Puta.
Wait, puta. Okay, so who's Colombia?
You and me have totally different pictures of who Colombia is.
I want to know that. He steals everything that's not bolted down.
I don't want to get into it because I don't want him to see this video.
I don't know if he will. What are you going to do, Colombia?
Colombia's a piece of shit, I'm not going to lie to you. He really honestly is.
Everything.
And so is his brother.
Oh, yeah, that one's really bad. Are they? I wonder if they're even really related. They don't look alike at all.
No, they don't. I doubt they are.
What do you think is going on?
They both have the same last name, though.
Yeah. What do you think is going on in Aliso Viejo? Because
I don't know, but there's tunnels underneath the federal building.
There's something going on there that I can't understand.
What do you mean as far as what?
It's just like you can feel something's up about that town. Like, I don't know. I used to think it was like the feds and stuff, but now it's probably more spiritual.
It is more spiritual. That place is haunted as fuck.
Yeah.
I could never be homeless anywhere else, though, and I would never be homeless anywhere else, though.
In Michigan, you'll freeze to death from being homeless, won't you?
Or get killed by fucking gangs for gang initiation.
Fuck. It's so crazy.
I was homeless in Pontiac, Michigan for a winter. Middle of winter in an abandoned building. Abandoned house, actually.
Whoa.
I was with Jessica at that moment, too. It was before we moved out here. Before I moved to Texas, actually.
In 2011, when you were here, like, with Steve and all those people, or whatever year that was?
It was 2011.
Were you getting high with them? How long were you there?
2 or 3 years, not very long. 2 or 3 years, yeah. It was way different out there then. There was a bunch of bamboo on the bike trail. You could build 2-story cabins out there. The police wouldn't bother you for shit. You could have camps for years on end. There was no other there was like 5 homeless people out there at the time. So you didn't have to worry. It was a fucking sanctuary. It really, it honestly was. They all had morals. Nobody stole from each other. Nobody stole each other's bikes. None of that shit. You didn't have to worry about anybody coming up on you. Even if you went to jail, you didn't have. You could have there for a year and nobody would steal.
Yeah, there was a lot. Over on the Coles Hill, all those camps were right next to each other, and all those people were friends. And it just started degrading.
Getting worse and worse and worse and
Really
worse and worse.
weird.
And now none of that crew lives out there anymore. Yeah. Columbia does. I mean, when I was on the bike trail, out of everybody that was there, I was there the very longest because I had been there from 2011 to 2015, and I had only been gone for like 2 years before I moved back there. That's crazy. Off and on, I've been living out on a bike trail off and on for 11 years. Can you believe that?
That's a long fucking time.
11 fucking years.
I don't know how. After a month, I was like pissed and tired. It's crazy. Is it warm?
Yeah.
Hello.
When I found Dolan over on the Coles Hill, I was running around town with Cameron, dock to seat, and I remember going in your tent. It was completely empty. There was nothing there. I don't know why. Remember that? The tent was totally empty, and you're both
We had
sitting there.
just moved there.
Okay.
I told you it was within 2 months of me moving out here.
Oh, I think we stumbled on your campsite.
No, was it that? I think you were waiting outside Cameron's tent for him, and I seen you, and I was like, you shouldn't be waiting outside as anybody's
You
camp.
got a hatchet. I was walking around town with a hatchet. I'm surprised the cops didn't care.
No, and as a matter of fact, when French stopped me for the first time, it was for not having 15 bike lights, not because the hatchet was attached to my bike. She didn't say anything about the fucking deadly weapon attached to my bike, but you gotta have 15 bike lights.
15?
Yeah, 15. She wrote me a ticket, even though I had a front headlight and a tail headlight, for not having enough bike lights.
That's so weird.
That's how the cops are out there. They can make up their own laws, and then you can go to jail for them.
Yeah. And they just wait and let you fight the case from custody, and eventually they throw it out, but you've already done, 3 months in the fucking county jail.
Or they'll tell you this. You could sit in here for up to a year fighting this case, or you can get out on informal probation right now. What are you going to do? You're going to sit in jail and fight the case, or are you going to take the informal probation and get the fucking record?
That's how the plea culture of America works now. There are just so many convictions they're getting because they're throwing crazy charges at people with these ridiculously long draconian sentences, and then even if you didn't do that crime or whatever, it's still too much of a gamble to try to fight it in trial, so people just take a plea agreement and then that's it.
Well, even if you could fight it in trial and win, are you still going to fight it from jail, or are you going to get out on informal probation?
Yeah.
You're going to want to get out, right?
Yeah, definitely.
That's why my record looks the way it does.
How do you fix a culture like that? Like,
you can't. And they're violating your civil rights because it's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, not guilty until proven innocent. And California's, especially Orange County, is not like that.
It's totally like that.
Orange County's not like that.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to worry about the corruption in LA and forget about Orange County.
These corruptions exist everywhere. Like, if you give someone a gun and a badge and you tell them that you're now in charge of all other people, that's a recipe for disaster. You're going to have so many people in that position abusing that power. People like Officer Israel, who come in and run, just wreak havoc on a town. And how did you meet Israel?
Me and my ex were looking for Steve at Steve's camp. Israel came down
Naples?
to find
Or the other one? Okay.
to find Steve, to look for Steve because he had a warrant. Steve wasn't there, but we were. That was our first interaction. Here's another fucking crazy story. So Jessica has a warrant, right?
Yeah.
You know behind CVS where that picnic table is?
I think so, yeah.
We were sleeping back there because they had just the night before and we had to move because she had a warrant. We were sleeping back there. Israel shows up and he tells her that he can either take her into custody or he can get her a plane ticket, a one-way ticket back to Michigan.
What the fuck?
He gave us 8 hours to meet him at the police station so he could get us back to Michigan, even though we had no place to stay. Jessica obviously says, well, okay, well, why not? I'm not going to go to jail. Fuck it.
Yeah.
We never show up. And then the next day he found us and arrested her.
Jeez.
And then 2 years later is when they switched him over to San Clemente, and then they killed that black guy for jaywalking, allegedly, trying to resist arrest. Thank God he's no longer around. But his partner, Richie, is still in Laguna Hills Lake Forest, the guy he trained.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
What the heck?
Just as corrupt, if not worse.
Yeah. Just not as, he's just more lazy, so he can't crawl through the mud the way Israel would do. That's the officer that seized my Black and Mild and had it sent to the lab and tested for fentanyl.
Did he really?
Yeah. I think he just wanted to take my Black and Mild away. So I'm going to take this, McConnell. We have to make sure there's no fentanyl in it.
Yeah, obviously he did that.
Black
He
and
knows
Mild.
there's no fucking fentanyl in it. Or he wanted the cigar.
It could be, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that both of them were using drugs.
Yeah, Israel was a tweaker for sure. Remember his eyes?
And then magically would bust people for possession charges, and then the case would get dropped because there's no evidence. We don't know what that happened with that.
That's so crazy.
And the other thing is, a lot of those cases why they got thrown out is because the evidence never made it to the locker, and then Orange County got investigated a few years back because of that.
Oh shit.
You didn't know that?
No, I don't think
you
so.
You can look it up online.
Oh jeez. Wait, who does? No searching this Mac. Search the whatever. Degenerates.
Probably be easier doing it on a phone.
Oh, what's this? Oh.
Sheriff Department.
Oh, here it is. Orange County Sheriff's Department mishandled evidence.
Yep.
Here you guys. Wow. Orange County Sheriff's Department mishandled evidence, kept it quiet for 2 years. A law enforcement...
This isn't the first time, because I remember this popping up back in the 20s.
Well, it's 2019 right here.
Yeah.
A law enforcement scandal that could impact thousands of criminal cases in Orange County, California, is pitting region's top attorneys and sheriffs against one another. The county's public defender's office on Wednesday suggested that top prosecutors covered for law enforcement, helping to keep widespread lapses in evidence booking out of public view. What excuse do they have for this? Oh, we just didn't book the evidence. I mean...
Yeah, there was a guy that killed somebody with a gun, and then the gun never made it out into the evidence locker, so they had to let him out of prison. And he was in there for murder charges.
Whoa. That guy probably feels lucky as fuck. An internal investigation conducted 2 years ago by the OCSD, the findings of which were not made public at the time, uncovered systematic mishandling of evidence. Deputies are required to turn in evidence at the end of their shift, but the audit found that more than 70% of them failed to do so.
Yep.
What the fuck? Instead, officers frequently waited days, weeks, or even months to submit key evidence, including seized drugs, cash, photos, and videos pertaining to criminal cases. What are they doing with that stuff? The drugs they're smoking it. But what about this, like, the videos?
Obviously, the cash, they're going to keep it.
Yeah.
Between February 2016 and 18.
Nearly a third of the evidence collected, which included more than 98,000 department records, was submitted after the department's mandated end-of-shift deadline. On average, deputies delayed booking evidence for 3.5 days. Additionally, 27% of deputies had held on to the evidence for 31 days or longer.
Like, what were they doing with the evidence? Just taking it home and leaving it at their house?
Just hanging out. Oh, it's in my car. In the glove compartment. In some cases, they never submitted any evidence at all, even when they said they had. And I almost guarantee you that the evidence that was never submitted at all was the drugs and the cash.
Yep.
The alarming results prompted a second, much smaller audit of a sample group about a year later in February 2019, according to sheriff's officials. They brought even grimmer news. After extensive research, auditors determined that 47% of the reports that were supposed to include evidence did not. Israel's lit, guys. The auditors concluded that cultural idleness within the sheriff's department had led to cultural idleness.
What the hell is that supposed
Cultural fucking fumando had led to inconsistent and inaccurate entries into the property evidence system. They also found insufficient booking software and no system of accountability. The findings cast doubt on the authenticity of evidence, raised concern about chain of custody rules, and could possibly force a re-examination of adjudicated criminal cases. The ramifications could be immense, potentially reversing sentences for people who's convicted. These are some serious ramifications of Israel's. If we take their numbers, take them at their word, then by their own account, we're in the zone of 9,000 missing pieces of evidence. You guys, the Orange County Sheriff's Department and the Orange County court system is among the most corrupt that I've ever seen.
It is out of anywhere I've ever lived, and I've lived in at least 6 different states.
It's like
Michigan, Detroit, where I'm from. If you don't have a gun case or a sex charge, you're not even really seeing the county jails out there.
Yeah.
Where does this get uploaded to, the podcast?
YouTube.
Yeah.
Of course, they're going to want to minimize the impact because the truth is they have no idea how many cases this affects.
You're not linking this to Facebook, are you?
No. District Attorney Todd Spitzer told NPR that his office was also kept in the dark about the scope and disturbing results of the audits until a reporter called. And then this guy... Oh, Sheriff Don Barnes disputes this version of events.
And people wonder why I hate my name.
Yeah, but he came along later. He's bullshit. Oh, yeah.
What?
Mitch McConnell. He told NPR that
that?
Spitz... the senator... that Spitzer and all McConnells are related, too.
Are they really?
Yeah. He told NPR that Spitzer's office would find this guy right here. This I don't know what I'm gonna have to build my family tree, you guys. I want to know it now.
But anyways, that's just what the evidence. Okay, now, how violent are they?
Very, yeah.
How do they handle their people that they stop? Even if you're homeless, they're fucking evil to you. It doesn't matter. If you have a place to live and you have a home and a job, you can get away with murder in Aliso Viejo and Laguna Niguel. If you're homeless on the streets, don't jaywalk. Don't throw a cigarette on the ground because you're going to jail for that. How fucked is that?
Yeah, that's crazy. It's just low-hanging fruit. It's just the easy targets for them to pick off because they're too lazy and too incompetent or tactically unaware to actually pursue real crimes. I would see, in my history, and I've seen massive criminal conspiracies, and the police don't even know that they're happening. They don't even look because they're too busy going for the easiest possible targets that they can.
Yeah, and also here's the other. How much money is this state going to make from somebody that's homeless on the streets compared to somebody that has a job and a place to live? The smart thing to do would be going for the higher crimes, not the lower crimes. Just because somebody lives on the streets and doesn't pay their... A lot of people forget, okay, was Jesus Christ, was he or was he not homeless?
I think he was, yeah.
The birds have their nests, the foxes have their holes, but the Son of God has nowhere to lay his head. They fucking worship this guy on Sundays. They worship a homeless man on Sundays, but Mondays they go out and fucking arrest him.
Yeah. Weird. It's the federalization of these police departments that, like, they're learning from Project Paperclip and the Nazis and how the feds are doing these operations. They're learning how to be corrupt and to engage in conspiracies. And for a while there, it was like a military operation, the way that they were doing it. They were following us around. They were mapping our fucking...
Absolutely. Flying drones over our spots, stalking us. And I don't mean to sound smoked out, but it wasn't just the cops that were doing it. For a long time, the civilians were doing it too.
I know. What's up with that?
I mean, look at the guy in the white pickup truck. That fuck truck following us around for 2 fucks. And I'm sober right now. Like, I'm not smoked out. I'm not schizophrenic. I'm not paranoid. None of that. I actually can't stand people that are fucking paranoid. It drives me nuts.
Yeah.
And then I'm pretty sure that when I first met Israel, one of the first conversations me and him ever had was, if you're homeless on the streets, you're going to have an issue because the police chief tells us not to worry about anybody but the fucking homeless people around here.
Wow.
Like, who does that?
Yeah, it's just laziness. Just easy. That's the easiest thing to do.
Well, there was
no
another
warrants required to search your house.
There was another cop that said that the people that are over in that area pay too much in taxes. They don't want to have to worry about seeing the homeless people in the area because that's why they live in the area, because they don't want to have to see it. No matter what city in America you're living in right now, I don't care where you are, you're gonna fucking see homeless people out there. It's just the way the fuck it is.
Yeah.
And if you don't like to see it, then fucking pluck your eyeballs out then.
Yep. Especially in a place where you're getting this minimum wage, like slow little increase, but then the cost of living is going like this.
And that's everywhere in America.
Yeah.
No, I believe Finland is the place to fucking live, dude. I don't want to live anywhere else or Norway. It's the happiest place in the country. It has livable minimum wage, free college and tuition, free healthcare, all that shit. And there's not. They have no criminalization of drugs.